Alright, CodeRunner extension is installed in VS Code and we are ready to proceed. Next topic is functions in Python. Function is defined using def keyword. Afterwards comes name of the function, for example my_name. Next pair of parentheses, and here inside you could put parameters of the function. Let's for the moment keep this function without any parameters. Next there is colon, and on the next line after tab, notice that VS Code has added tab automatically, you could add function body, and it consists of statements. Let's write here simply keyword pass like that, and afterwards below let's call this my name function like that, and let's run this code. Code was executed, but here in the output I see nothing. Let's try to print result of this function call like that. Print, and here inside will be called to the my name function. Let's now save changes and rerun, and now here I see none, and that's a result that is returned by this my name function. This keyword here actually does nothing, and you could use such keyword in the function body when it does not need to do anything. But you need to add at least one statement inside of the function. That's why pass is a very good option to create empty function like this one. Now this function is defined and we could call it multiple times. For instance, I could copy this line and call it once again, and now I'll see none 2 times. Now this function my name has name, but doesn't have any parameters. And by default function returns none if there is no return statement. Let's add such return statement instead of pass, and let's return, for example, number 10 like that. If I run now application, I'll see 2 times number 10. And that's how you could return specific value from the function using a return keyword. Now let's add parameters to this my name function. Parameters are added here in the parentheses. And let's add parameter name. Now we are able to call my name function with argument. And I could add here argument, for instance Bogdan. And here in this next function call I could add another argument, for example Bob. And let's also return name instead of number 10. Let's now save changes and run application, and now here I see Bogdan and Bob in those 2 function calls. Notice that here is parameter and here are arguments. Here is argument and here is argument. Each time when you call a function, you pass different arguments to it. Also notice that if you don't pass argument, for instance here, you'll get type error, missing required positional argument name. And in such case, you are able to assign default value for specific parameter. And syntax is following: name equal sign, and here could be default name. For example, no name specified, like that. Let's now run application. And now here in this function call I see Bogdan as a result of this function, and in this function call I see no name specified. Because now here in this function call name parameter was assigned this default value, no name specified. That is default value for this parameter name. Actually inside of this function this name parameter is variable, and you could perform different actions with such variable. For instance, instead of returning name, we could return name.upper, like that. Let's save changes and run application, and now here I see Bogdan and no name specified in uppercase. Because here on this line we called upper method of the name. Name is string, and each string is instance of the string class, and string class has bunch of methods including upper. That's why we are able to call it using dot notation like that. Also inside of the function body you could perform some actions. For instance here, let's print to the terminal message name value is, and here after comma let's add name. Let's now run application, and now here I see name value is Bogdan, that comes actually from this statement. Next I see Bogdan, that is a result of this function call that we print here on this line. Next I see name value is no name specified. This again comes from this print function call in this my name function call, and finally we receive no name specified that is returned by my name function in this function call. It means that functions in Python could perform some actions like we do for example on this line, and return some results, like we do here on this line. Also notice that if you don't use return statement inside of the function body, then any function returns implicitly none. And that's what we saw at the beginning of this lesson. Now let's remove this function and let's define one more function. Let's use again def keyword, and the function name will be person_info. And here in the parameters section, let's add two parameters, name and age. Next, here is column, and on the next line will be function body. Notice that if you attempt to write block of the function without indentation, for instance, return 2, let's save changes and run code, you'll see indentation error, expected and indented block, because Python with indentation actually understands where function body starts. That's why you must add here indentation like that, and if I now run the file, I'll get no errors. Alright, let's now in this personal info function print to the terminal name and age. Print name, and on the next line let's print age. And here below let's call person info function with two arguments, for instance Bob and age 25. Let's save changes and run application. Here in the output I get Bob and 25. It means that name parameter was assigned value Bob at the moment of this function call, and age parameter got value 25. And those arguments here in this function call are called positional arguments. If I change order here, and for instance if I pass first 25 and next type Bob, I'll get opposite result. 25 will be name and Bob will be age. And that's not what you expect from this function. It means that with positional arguments, order is important. It matters. That's why when you type person info and add pair of parentheses, VS Code will actually show you which arguments are expected. So first argument that is expected is name, here you see that it is underlined. And if I type Bob and add comma, I'll see that now I need to add age in the second positional argument.